News.com, and I am joined today by my esteemed friend, the designated Yankee, and I am the designated Canuck. But the subject this month is billionaires and who they are, what they do, and what you think your favorite billionaire is or your unfavorite. Yankee, should I start things out with my dedication song for?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to get things rolling.
Well, I think so, and you'll recognize this song. It's about sympathy. You know, sympathy is very important. Everyone should get sympathy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try this. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long years, so many man's soul and faith. Pleased to meet you. I hope you guess my name. But what's puzzling you?
It's puzzling you.
What's puzzling you? What's more than likely puzzling all you people out there in internet land? Can I hear you singing? It's the nature of my game. And that's what we're going to try to figure out.
That was beautiful. Thank you for that. That was inspirational.
Well, I used to get paid to do that, but we're doing it for free today because we're dedicated to a deeper understanding of the creatures known as billionaires. You know, I mean, they get a lot of press, but we're going to go try a little bit different angle. And that's why we're counting on all you viewers out there to participate this month. We're going to have polls. And we had a poll. Do you have the poll results, the latest poll results?
Yeah. I think I have them
somewhere.
Inaugural
poll. We've never done this, but we actually convinced.
Yeah, we've got a tie for first place.
A tie. Okay.
And they're both well-known billionaires. One is more well-known than the other. But Mark Zuckerberg and George Soros are tied for first.
Oh. As far as misguided billionaires, by the way, that's what the poll was. Indeed. Misguided, not necessarily corrupt, but kind of not quite right. And okay, what are the other? Who else was in there? Tim,
Bill Gates, Jerry Jones.
Billy? Yeah, and how many votes did little Billy get?
Bill, 3 votes so far.
I see.
We need more votes.
Well,
but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, everything starts with a cornerstone.
And then I also people have been asking for Elon Musk, so I put Elon Musk on there.
Yeah.
And then also all of the above option was requested, so I put that on there. So you can vote for everybody if you want.
But Elon's, nobody said he was the most misguided, or am I wrong on that?
Well, I mean, the people have spoken, and I've had multiple people contact me and say that what's up with you? Where the hell is Elon Musk? He should be on the list.
Well, yeah, everybody should be on the list. I should be on the list, except I'm not a billionaire. But I am definitely misguided.
I mean, they were requesting it, so I gave the people what they wanted.
Well, we always do. That's our quest.
Yes.
We don't take what we want. If we took what we wanted, well, never mind. But billionaires, and I've been studying this, and I have some inside sources. I have a multi-millionaire friend of mine, and he knows billionaires. And so he's digging up some dirt. About 2 weeks from now, today is pretty much, we're just going to take it casual, because we're going to kind of go over the big picture, the guys and women that exist. We got 2,700 billionaires to pick on or choose from. And for those of you that check out our show notes, which you should, because they got the links to everything we're talking about pretty much. And we got a Forbes link that talks about his stuff. And the Yankees picked out a bunch of names here. I'm looking at the show notes, and the first one I've never really heard of, but Francois Myers L'Oreal. Oh, she's a
Oh
Harris.
yeah, that's the I can't pronounce it. The makeup company, L'Oreal.
L'Oreal.
Somebody help me out with it. I don't know.
L'Oreal.
It's French, and
L'Oreal.
It's a faux pas every time for me. That's why the French don't like people like Yankees.
You don't
like
buy
me.
that stuff, dude? Come on, it's only like $50 a jar.
Well, I mean, maybe on the next stream I'll buy some because
okay.
I'm kind of like on TV, I guess,
I
because I'm streaming live.
A quick aside. Quick aside. Nestle Corporation is trying to do a hostile takeover L'Oreal because they own 30% of them right now. So watch out for that, folks. Nestle. Maybe they'll make a chocolate cream pie face cream. All right, here's the next one I see on the list. Here is Elon
Musk. Elon Musk.
We don't know how much he's worth.
No, he had a big bump up. So
how could it go 155 to 306?
Yeah. So, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, they've been battling each other for the number 1 and number 2 spot for the wealthiest human beings on the planet. And Bezos, I think, was around 177 billion recently, but out of nowhere, I don't know where. Maybe it's from SpaceX. I'd have to do some research, but Musk went from 155 billion to 306 billion.
Wow.
And I mentioned in the show notes, it's impossible to really put a finger on their net worth, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else you got? My printer didn't work too good.
Ted Turner.
Oh, Ted Turner,
founded CNN. Richard
Yep.
Sackler. This guy, we are definitely going to be discussing. Purdue Pharma, makers of Oxycontin.
Yeah, Oxycontin, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got away with literal murder. We'll be covering him for sure. Like I say, today is just an overview. So what else? Who else we got on our feature list?
We've got a bunch more. Mavericks. Mark Cuban owns the Mavericks.
Yep.
NBA basketball team, and then there's a guy named Mark Zuckerberg, and he's known as Mr. Metaverse. Has anyone ever heard of this guy?
Meta. I met him one time.
Zuckerberg.
I met him one time. He was in a Dairy Queen. I don't know. Yeah, Facebook, but he's now Meta. Yeah.
And then we're keeping it rolling. Pavel Durov from Russia. I'm going to do some research on that.
They got some money over there.
We need
the
some
oligarchs.
We need some Cossacks in here for the list. And then we've got a Canuck on the list, Jim Pattison.
Yeah, I'm working on
auto dealerships, billboards, retail, on and on.
Stay tuned. I got an inside source that kind of knows him, and
if anybody in the chat, if you want to do some research or of a billionaire you want to
if you know a billionaire
throw out there,
awesome, man, invite him to the show.
I'm looking into I have some contacts for Billy G. Gates.
Oh yeah.
At least 2 contacts. Maybe if I'm lucky I'll find a third, but I'm going to dig up those contacts, and of course my sources will not be disclosed. You can't do that. So,
in order to protect the guilty, we will not share any names whatsoever.
And then from the old traditional markets, a dinosaur in finance, Warren Buffett, the Oracle of the Midwest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I want to check on something here. Larry. Yeah, I confuse sometimes Larry. Yes, Larry Ellison is the
Larry Ellison, Oracle.
Founder of Oracle.
Yeah.
But I confuse him sometimes with the name, at least for some
Larry
reason,
Page.
with the guys from Google. That's why they're in the list close together. I think that's what.
Larry's,
But
the two Larrys. They were kind of in similar business.
yeah,
actually.
Larry Ellison, Larry Page. What's the difference? But the
One
next
Larry,
one is
two
the next one
Larry.
is Google. Google we're listing both founders, Sergey Brin and
Yeah.
Larry Page, who, from what I heard, they're pretty much out of Google. And they're not as public as Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, but I think they're working on one-way trip to Mars. I mean, they're
Well,
done,
yeah,
they're done
I
with
think
everybody
so.
on this planet. I think they must see the writing on the wall, and they're getting out of Dodge or something like that.
Oh yeah. Also, they're working on trying to live forever, so they can live forever on Mars. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Go for it. I just soon see him on Mars. All right. Well, yeah, and then you got somebody that just quite a character. One of the few Silicon Valleys that supported our most recently departed president of the United States, who we would feature, but Donnie didn't send us his tax records, and I want to confirm he's a billionaire before we put him on the show. But Thiel, and he started what?
Johnny
PayPal.
Bag of Donuts Trump.
Well, we don't know if he's a billionaire. Man, I called him. I said, Donnie, we want to show you. We want to give you some PR, and we just got to confirm you're a billionaire. And
The Donald.
I don't know. He had his lawyer phone me. This guy,
don't know.
Rudy.
His
Oh,
real
man.
estate holdings fluctuate so much. He could be a billionaire one day, a millionaire the
Actually,
next.
it's hard to evaluate the exact worth of these people because they do hide money. We covered that, I think, on a past show about the tax shelters. The what's the new one? The Pagoda Papers or whatever they are. Anyhow,
Patagonia?
Peter Thiel, PayPal, and then we got somebody from Mumbai. Oh,
Mukesh
Oh, they got-
Ambani.
oh,
Mukesh
Mukesh.
Ambani.
Mukesh.
Yeah.
What's he do?
Mukesh Ambani. Yeah, and I think we need maybe one more, maybe two more from India, but I think he's the only one here from India.
I got a personal
so far.
story. Quick personal story. I spent time in India when I was 17. One time, we went to this place for dinner, and oh man, what a palace! The whole place was built out of marble. The guy had 3 or 4 or 5 pieces of carved ivory that were priceless. So there's some really rich people in India, and generally the wealth is the Brahmins, and the wealth goes way, way back. I mean, they're part of the dynasty. So yeah, there's definitely some money in India, and obviously they have a inordinate amount of economic disparity. And here's another Canadian, David Thompson. He's worth a buttload of money. And he started a Thompson newspaper chain here in Canada. They own a whole bunch of media. Bell, they own Bell Canada, which is a huge company with telephones and TV stations and all kinds of nifty stuff. And then you've got somebody. Oh, is this a guy hooked up to Nestle or the next one?
Ulf Mark Schneider.
Ulf
Mark Schneider.
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 Ulf Mark Schneider.
Ulf Mark Schneider.
I try to just say it really fast so that it's, you know what I mean. You can't criticize the pronunciation.
Show me your papers. Now, anyway, we covered Nestle on the water feature, and a rather predatory company, actually. So we're gonna talk about him probably. And now we got somebody, Wang Wei.
Yeah, reload. I put in a link for Wang Wei.
I see. Yeah, I see it. Mhm.
And
the misguided bash bowl. Yeah, I might as well keep it going for a
so
while.
yeah, I'm gonna be updating the show notes as we go here.
Yeah,
But
vote.
yeah, so
Hey, vote early.
Wang Wei chairs SF Holding, a package delivery service known as the FedEx of China. It is also called SF Express.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. I mean, there's lots of potential customers there. Yeah, it's kind of. I guess we'll be trying to touch upon it, but it's an impossible thing. But the melding of the communist socialist system with free enterprise in China, very interesting story there. And then, of course, here's somebody that everybody knows.
The queen of prime time.
I mean, I find people either really, really like her or really, really don't. I'm not a normal person, so I don't really have an opinion, but she was very successful. I mean, she's Oprah. We're talking about Oprah. People don't know who the hell we're talking about. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey, folks. And according to the show notes, the Yankee says my girlfriend. I didn't know. Way to go, Timmy.
Wow. No, I didn't put that there.
Oh, I see.
And then I updated the show notes because that's gone now.
Oh.
I don't know who. Somebody got into the show notes.
Yeah, we got hacked.
And we got hacked. So that was.
Hey, she's done very good. She's got a place near where I lived in Montana, and a big, beautiful house on Georgetown Lake. Beautiful place. And my girlfriend at the time informed me that she's never there. So it just sits there, so nobody can use it except her. But that's a billionaire move. Let's see, what else we got? Another person to do with Facebook? I thought Marky owned it all.
Oh, yeah. I had to put Sheryl Sandberg on there. She's she started as a CTO. I think she still is the chief technical officer of Facebook, but I got to do some research. But I think she's an interesting character, so I put her on the list.
Sure. And she's made a fair whack of money, I guess. Eh?
Sure.
Nice. Obviously, she made money. She's a billionaire. Oh, here's somebody everybody should know about. Kim Kardashian.
I've never heard of her.
Well, I've never watched her show.
What is she known for? What's her skill set?
Being rich, batty, glitzy, shallow.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
That's interesting.
Conway's wife. Come on, Conway West, the greatest rapper.
Kanye.
Did you vote for Kanye down the States? He ran for president.
I wrote him in on the ticket. Yep.
That's good.
I was down with the cause.
I think that would be a good move. I think he's just what America needs. Panda Express woman. She seemed pretty cool. I looked a bit and
I looked up. There's 3 chains near me.
Peggy Chi.
I might have to check it out.
Panda Express, above average fast food takeout, Oriental. My political correct people say I'm not supposed to say Oriental. I'm supposed to say Asian, not Oriental.
Well, then they say you can't say Asian because that's not detailed enough. It's ambiguous.
What are you supposed to say? Those people from over there.
You're supposed to know their exact heritage, like their entire lineage and their exact nationality, ethnicity. And if you get it wrong, you will be canceled.
I've been listen, man. I got canceled a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, Jack Ma. Jack Ma. I've heard it.
Yeah, refresh the browser. I put a link in there for Jack Ma. Let me see if it's working here. There we go, Jack Ma, with the Forbes profile. Former English teachers, Jack Ma co-founded Alibaba Group, one of the world's largest e-commerce businesses.
Nice.
On November 3rd, 2020, regulators halted a planned IPO of fintech giant Ant Group, where Ma is the largest individual shareholder in Hong Kong and Shanghai. So the CCP is basically, they had those decades of kind of capitalism with communism, and now it's going back to totalitarian communism or something like that. And CCP is really they wouldn't let the Ant Group go IPO, which is, I mean,
no, it's just
how do you run a high tech? How do you run the high tech industry if you can't go do an IPO?
Yeah, no, he just went through a whole lot. And then we got Judy Faulkner and a computer programmer became a billionaire.
This is I was just found her in some searches, and
Nice.
I was compelled to put her on the list
Well, there's hope for you.
because
Yankee.
she's a programmer, so I could relate to that.
You're a programmer. Come on,
Yeah.
get to be a billionaire, and then you can take me for lunch or
Oh,
something.
yeah, but you're paying. Yeah.
Well, of course, that's what billionaires always do. They get somebody else to pay. That's why they get to be billionaires.
That's that. Yeah, they make other people
And
pay.
here's somebody.
Yeah.
Here's a true character for you. Jerry Jones from the Dallas Cowboys. Talk about a micromanager. Whoa.
I was doing an earlier stream a couple days ago, and can't forget who came into the chat, and they thought that Jerry Jones overall is not a bad guy.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I just know that he was very involved with his football team, and some owners don't get that involved. But he was down there. Maybe it was just an excuse to look at the cheerleaders, but he was on the field quite a bit. Now, here's a guy, and you seem to have. I've heard a lot of stuff about this next George Soros. So I'm looking forward to finding out more about him because apparently he's not as warm and fuzzy. It's got a warm and fuzzy public profile, it seems to me. But
he's the quintessential billionaire that he's like the guy behind the curtain, right?
Is he? Mm-hmm.
He's got billions. He decimated the United Kingdom's financial markets, their currency, the pound, a little while back. We'll be featuring him, and he funds a lot of political causes, especially in the U.S. and actually all around the world.
Yeah, he does.
He is very nefarious. I would have to say the most nefarious and misguided. Wait a minute, I'm not trying to influence the poll, but
no, but you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your friggin' show. No, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I'm going to find a good link for George Soros. Go ahead. Go through the list.
Okay, well, we've got, what the heck, Billy Gates.
He's probably in the top 3 for most well-known billionaires, I would imagine.
Oh, he's up there, baby. I mean, come on, Mr. Microsoft, Mr. Save the Planet, Mr.
Medical ID card.
Yeah, and then
the
last guy who I think is a real space case. Oh, literally, Jeffy Bezos. And now Jeff Bezos, the other day it was Halloween, and the kids went to his house and rang the intercom, and the security guy said, "We're not doing Halloween this year." Okay. How much money did he make selling Halloween costumes? He was busy. He took his yacht over to celebrate Billy Gates' 66th birthday, and they helicoptered back and forth. So that's a good way to say.
Hold on. Well, just keep going. I've got to look for something. I've got to look for a link.
All right, I'll just keep talking then. Actually, I can move on because the next bunch of people is the certified criminals, not just the hiding. A lot of billionaires might be criminals.
Oh, you're going dark now. You're going down a rabbit hole. Illegal billionaires?
Yeah, I'm going down that rabbit hole.
Wow, all right.
Oh, by the way, you said on the intro that we did the other day that the disclaimer that this is for recreation. This information is for recreational use only.
Yes. Our discussion, our analysis, which may even get into psychological analysis of billionaires' minds, is only for recreational purposes, educational purposes. Right. It is
educational.
No way statement of fact. It is just a opinion and an analysis by 2 people that you've never heard of.
Yeah, well, personally,
I mean, a Canuck and a Yankee.
I mean, I'm a little bit concerned.
We don't have identities.
Well, no, we don't. We're not really. Actually, we're actually androids, but that's another. Start spreading rumors. We're virtual reality characters from the metaverse. Yeah, but that's good. I think we have to do that because, I mean, it's possible that we could get sued in court for defamation, but that would just get us famous. But this next bunch I'm going to talk about, if I ticked them off, they'd whack me, man. I'd be dead. My children would be made into dog food. So anyway, I've got 4 people here. I've got El Chapo Guzman, and of course he's a Mexican drug lord. Criminal organization was named.
El Chapo was arrested about a year or 2 ago, and
Yeah.
he's been holed up. I think he's still in New York City. He was in Manhattan.
Yeah.
I think the same
Yeah.
jail as where Epstein was.
Oh,
And
that's
then
a
I think
good
they
place
moved
I
him
hear.
to Brooklyn, and I'm not sure if he's still in New York City, but he's gone on trial, and his part of his entourage is
They
coming to the United States.
scooped him up, but he's still got $1 billion stashed somewhere, so he's got a good legal defense fund. And then we've got Griselda Blanco, and he's best known as La Madrina and the Black Widow, a Colombian drug lord in the Medellin cartel. Everybody's heard of them. And a pioneer in the Miami-based cocaine drug trade in the 1950s. Whoa, man, this guy got in early. He's responsible for 200 murders. And it's a she. Way to go. Whoa, it's scary. Anyway, she was killed at the age of 69.
I want to go back to Jeff Bezos briefly. I want to play that video again where this guy comes out of nowhere and asks Jeff Bezos if there's a membership level above Prime.
Oh yeah, that would be good. This is a customer service.
One of the things.
Something that whether we.
Hold on here. I've got a lot going on. It's hard. Bezos is not as public as say like Elon Musk or Bill Gates. I mean, even George Soros is, you could argue, is more public. But let me get this loaded up. Where are we at in the? All right.
We're doing great.
Let's see.
This Bezos level.
All right, I've got it. I'm gonna move over to the media player, and so Bezos is there. I think he's in Washington D.C. They opened up a new like East Coast headquarters close to D.C., a few miles away, so he could be snuggle up with all of the D.C. politicians.
Right.
But it definitely looks like D.C. And his bodyguard is there fidgeting with his hands. It's a bizarre little clip. Let me get it loaded up. Oh, your video went out, Canuck. There you go. All right, so here it is, very short, 11 seconds. And I'm going to play it twice because I can't get enough of it.
This Bezos, love what you do with Amazon. Hey, I'm a Prime customer. What's above being a Prime customer?
Thank you for being a customer. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, so he doesn't answer the question at all and just goes straight to thank you for being a Prime customer.
Oh yeah.
Just that was his way. That was his way to just, he was basically saying, please just get away from me.
Thank you for being
say
my
something
friend.
positive. Thank you for being a Prime member. But never answers the question. All right, one more time and then
This Bezos,
we're done.
love what you do with Amazon.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a Prime customer. What's above being a Prime customer?
Thank you for being a customer.
Yeah, he kind of like mumbles at first, like he couldn't even answer the question. Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't take much for me to be entertained. So
I know, but he's probably not used to talking to like real people or something.
no, he's not, and he's not public. He's very introverted, it seems.
Yeah, I think
he doesn't
so.
want to be in the public eye. So, stuff like this is very rare to find.
Maybe that's why he wants to go to Mars. Okay, I got 2 more criminals for us here. I got Carlos Leda, and he's also with the Medellin cartel. And He's currently in prison in the U.S. as well. So crime pays, but then you pay, I guess. And he's born in Armenia. Oh, guy. No,
Wow,
there you go.
that's a rough place.
Yeah, he racked up $2.7 billion in illegal money. Now, here's one. I'm going to throw this to the Yankee because he knows this creature.
This creature?
Leona. I mean, this
Well,
human being.
I don't know. That could be defamation right there.
She's dead,
That
man.
could be. Oh. Yeah, but
All right, I'll
her
talk
dog might sue me. She left all her money, the billions or whatever, to her dog, so the dog might sue me or you.
You got to be kidding.
So we got to be careful.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let
All right,
the dogs out? Oh.
Who
right, sorry.
let the dog? All right, Leona.
Yeah, so Leona Helmsley, what's that building? She had she was a very gaudy, wealthy billionaire. Owned a lot of hotels, and she was ruthless in running her hotels. They called her the Queen of Mean. And when I was growing up, it was like all about Leona Helmsley and the Donald. Right, Donald Trump. That's when he was trying to build his empire. He got his money from his father in Queens, and then he set his sights on Manhattan. Went over the bridge and did his best to conquer Manhattan. And he did it with Leona Helmsley.
Well, there you go.
She was a little bit older than him, but she went to jail. She went to jail for I think. You know what? We got to look it up.
Yeah, well, she went to jail and Donnie became president. That's the American way. All right, let's move on to what do these people spend their money on that's not really an investment. It's just because they want to. And I think you should call this link up so we can look at the pictures because they're beautiful, man.
Hold on a second. Yeah, it was tax returns. That's what I thought. Yeah. Leona Helmsley had one count of conspiracy. She had one count of conspiracy, 3 counts of tax evasion, 3 counts of filing false personal tax returns, 16 counts of assisting in the filing of false corporate and partnership tax returns, and 10 counts of mail fraud. All right.
Mail fraud.
Let's keep going. What link are we loading?
We got the wealthygorilla.com most expensive yachts. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it. Okay, I see.
This is good stuff, man. This is. I dream of being a billionaire, so I can sail around in my yacht.
Wow.
Now these guys don't even know how to sail these things. They got to hire somebody, I'm sure. Yeah, look at this. Wow, check it out, people. You could own one of these.
Yeah, the elites go on and on about climate change, and the average folk have to conserve their energy and this or that, and this is what they do. And
I got a rowboat.
Bill Gates just, I think his 66th birthday, something around there.
Yeah, no, he rented
and he was on a yacht.
He rented it
in a cove in Turkey on a beach.
I think it was like $1.2 billion, $1 million a week for his yacht. But Jeffy took his own yacht over there, and they helicoptered back and forth. So if you want to scroll down and try to get to number 4, I think it starts with the least expensive and goes down. Scroll down the page on that linky thing there, if you can.
Wait, number 4?
Yeah. Number 4 is where we're going to start. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the other ones are nice too, but they don't. There's a
Azam, 600 million.
Yeah, doesn't make the grade. We're going right down to 4.
It says 4 right here. 4 Azam, 600.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Azam, $600 million. Hey, I'm going to try being like Bob Barker. This 500-foot mega yacht is the world's largest yacht to date. Okay, and it's owned by Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Boy, they have long names. And he's the president of the United Arab Emirates, and he's an emir of Abu Dhabi. Yes, and he owns this thing. Okay, it was built by a guy, and that goes fast and everything. All right, next, number 3. And scroll down a little farther if you can.
What?
Number 3.
$1 billion for just one yacht?
It's a boat. It's just a boat. But the first billionaire yacht on the list is the Streets of Monaco. By far one of the most impressive and expensive yachts in the world. Once finished, the Streets of Monaco is going. Oh, they're still building it. It's going to be a 509-foot mega yacht designed to feature miniature versions of some of Monaco's and Monte Carlo's most renowned landmarks. What? The finish line will include a go-kart circuit on a yacht, a go-kart circuit, 3 swimming pools, a mini submarine, and of course a helipad, 7 guest suites, a mini waterfall on a yacht, and a restaurant, all with fabulous underwater view. And you probably rent this thing for about $1.5 million a week or a day, something. Okay, number 2. It's called the Eclipse at $1.5 billion. The second most expensive yacht in the world. Eclipse is owned by Roman Abramovich, the Russian billionaire, has spared no expense when it comes. Abramovich, thank you very much. Now, the Russian billionaire spared no expense when it comes to his super yacht. Now, I like this. This is my kind of guy. He's installed a private defense system, including missile detection sensors, intruder alarms, and armor plating and bulletproof windows in his master bedroom. On top of the Eclipse has 2 helipads, 2 swimming pools, 24 guest bedrooms.
Yeah, you know what? You're not allowed to call it master bedroom. Okay, here I'll look it up. New word.
Well, I didn't say masturbation.
No, you said master bedroom, and that is politically incorrect.
Oh man,
I don't want to be sued up. So you cannot say master bedroom.
I am reading out of this website.
I know, but I'm trying to help you because this stuff changes. It changes day by day. So master bedroom now becomes primary bedroom.
All right, primary bedroom. All right. He's the master of his primary bedroom.
Yes.
It also has a disco hall and another mini submarine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 1, History Supreme. Sounds like something you get at Domino's or something. How could I get a 16-inch History Supreme? All right, topping the list of the most expensive super yachts in the world, the eye-watering $4.8 billion. History Supreme, this magnificent Canuck was built with 10,000 kilograms of solid gold and platinum, and it's 100 feet long. What? Okay, it's for some guy from Malaysia, Stuart Hughes. The guy from Malaysia that owns his name, Robert Knock, Knok. It took 3 years to build. 10,000 kilograms of solid gold. All right. The master bedroom. What am I supposed to say? The major bedroom? The primary bedroom includes a genuine Tyrannosaurus Rex bone statue and a wall made entirely of meteorite rocks.
Wow. I wish I had something like that.
You deserve something. Come on, $4.8 billion for a boat. All right, we're going to move on to houses, and if you want to get the next link up,
this could be horrifying. Hold on a sec. I just checking out some things here.
I'm running the Yankee ragged here today. Come on, I'm acting like a billionaire.
I'm not good at like pushing the buttons sometimes. I dropped the ball. So what are we're doing houses. Right?
Houses, yeah. I want to cover houses quick. And we got life.
Wow. I'm kind of scared to look at these houses. I mean, the amount of money it costs just to heat them.
They're cheap.
Maintain them.
They're cheap compared to the yachts.
I would stress out just dealing with that.
I know. Well, you got to hire cleaning staff for sure. All right, we got Kensington Palace Gardens in London, United Kingdom. It's owned by Lakshmi Mittal. Who's worth $16.6 billion himself.
Which number is this? Is this number 1 or
number 4? We're
All
doing
right.
it's the same. And we skipped the first 16 because
Okay.
they don't.
I got it. I got it queued up. It's locked and loaded.
Yeah, okay. And so anyway, now you see, this house only cost $222 million, right? That's not much money compared to the yachts. Okay, he's a steel magnate, believed to own 3 homes in the high security street known as Billionaire's Row in London. And so he made a lot of money. Oh, it's for sale. Reportedly, it's up for sale, so you can buy it if you want. I don't really want to live in England myself. Okay, we got a place right near you. Sagponack, New York, USA. Is that near?
Sagaponack?
Yeah. Is that near you?
This looks like Long Island. Let me check it out.
Oh, Long
I'm almost
Island.
certain it's Long Island.
I don't think Long Island should be part of New York State, but that's my opinion. Anyway, it's owned by Ira Renner, who's worth $6 billion.
Yeah, it's in the town of Southampton in Long Island.
Oh, Southampton.
Out there, getting close to Montauk.
This is worth a little bit
Closer,
more
at
money.
least.
$248.5 million in 2014, so it's probably worth more now. It's got 29 bedrooms, 39 bath. Hampton's compound is not 1 but 3 swimming pools plus its own power plant, which makes sense. I got my own power plant here too. It's a generator in the back. All right, let's go over to France. Number 2, Lily Safra, and she's worth $1.3 billion. And she bought a house that's worth $750 million in 2008. King Leopold III reported built a series of waterside homes and his many mistresses. The 20-acre estate is valued at 500 million euros, about 750 million American. And there she goes. She's doing that. Finally, we go back to India. India. And we've got Mukesh Ambani. I think he's one of the guys we were covering, actually, in 23.9 billion. Pretty good. It's $1 billion house. Now, that's reasonable. Finally, we're getting somewhere here. It's a 27-story, 400,000 square foot skyscraper residence named after the mythical island in the Atlantic. Has undergone underground 6 levels of parking, 3 helicopter pads, a health level. Needs 600 staff to run it. And it's the most expensive home with a construction cost.
We have Daddy Ren in the chat, and he was one of the multiple requests for Elon Musk.
Yep.
Multiple people wanted to have Elon Musk in the poll, so we added it. But
and we did.
Yeah, Daddy Ren is not a fan of Elon Musk for some reason. Let us know, Daddy Ren, why.
Yeah, that we want to know.
Yeah, he just rubs you the wrong way? It's his personality? It grades at you for some reason? You can't put something on? Is it his idiosyncrasies?
Maybe he doesn't like electric cars or something. All right, I'm going to go over this next one really quick. You don't have to really call up the thing unless you want to. This is out of CNBC. And it's just another thing that these guys spend money on. In this case, it's football teams. David Tipper owns the Carolina Panthers, and he made a bunch of money with the hedge fund. Yeah, he's worth a lot of money. And a bunch of other guys. You can look up the link. Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys. He's tied for 3rd as the richest sports guy. Jerry's worth $8.5 billion, not bad. About the Cowboys, and
he's very meticulous. He's dotting his I's, crossing his T's. He gets up. He gets up in your face. He wants to make sure you're working.
Why is Jerry Jones worth $8.5 billion? I can tell you right now. He bought the Cowboys for $400 million. $140 million. $140 million. He bought the Cowboys.
Was that back in the 70s, 80s, 70s, 60s?
1989? Not that long ago.
Wow, I thought
1989.
I thought he had it longer than that.
Nope. And check it out. The team is now worth $5.5 billion. Now that's a good $140 million investment, $5.5 billion return. Way to go, Jerry. He also has an oil and gas company, Comstock Resources, and he's buying energy companies.
I just want to give a quick update because we have a new development with the poll for the most misguided billionaire, and we have a three-way tie for first place, people. And I sincerely hope that we can get some more people voting because I don't want this to end in a three-way tie for first place.
No, then we'd have to have a runoff.
Mark Zuckerberg, George Soros, and Billy G. Gates tied for first. And then we have a tie for second. Jeff Bezos. Sorry. Jeff Bezos and Jerry Jones are in second place.
Whoa.
And
yeah, man. Then we got to just talk about Jerry Jones.
Elon Musk is in the third all by himself. And, check out the poll. We got it in the chat. Make your voice heard. All right,
okay.
So let's keep it moving.
I got one more sports guy, and that a lot of people have heard of, and that's Robert Kraft. He's 78 years old, and he owns the New England Patriots. Now, the reason you've heard of Kraft is you probably heard of Kraft paper. Well, yes, it is true. He started a company called International Forest Products. Pulp and paper, baby. And he bought out his father-in-law, combined two
where are you going off here? Are you going off?
I'm going off what the heck is? No, gosh, I don't know what it is.
We got I'm not sure if we have it in the show notes.
CNBC.
Okay, all right. I don't think I have the link.
Oh, whatever. I'll just talk it. Anyway, it's the last one. It's Robert Kraft, New England Patriots. And he bought the Patriots for $175 million, and it is now worth $4.1 billion. So $175 million to $4.1 billion. And the reason these teams are worth so much is they both are Super Bowl winners. That's the ticket, baby. You need the ring. You need the ring.
Here we go. All right, I'm dialing it in. Where is he?
He's number 6.
I can't spell. Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Crap.
So now you guys can know what he looks like, but you probably don't want to know what he looks like. But now you can put a picture to his face now.
Come on, $1 billion.
No, I mean I think most people know who this guy is. You know,
I've heard of him. And then we've got a bunch of other people.
I'm a Giants fan though,
Bills.
So it's kind of hard for you to talk about the Patriots and the owner.
Well, I root for Green.
I'm deeply offended, actually.
I got it on everybody, baby. I'm a Green Bay fan, and Green Bay isn't owned by anybody except the people.
All right, so you heard it first in the chat. Daddy Ren says, I love electric cars, but he's the wrong QAnon guy to make them, as in referencing Elon Musk. So you heard it here first. Elon Musk is part of QAnon.
You heard it here first.
Allegedly.
All right.
Allegedly. All right, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
All right. I'm going to actually almost skip the cars thing. It turns out that most of these people run around in Toyota Camrys and stuff. Like, what happened to the old days? You know, the guy, Carnegie and, people like that. Man, they had the big Rolls-Royce limousines with the chauffeur.
Who's driving a Toyota Prius or something?
Almost all of them are.
Really? Because I was checking out the car list. Billy G, he collects Porsches.
I know, but they collect cars. Billy G.
They collect cars, but then when they go and drive, they use a Toyota Prius.
Yeah.
Those cars are not safe in accidents.
Billy G. owns
Makes no sense.
A Porsche 959 coupe that's worth insane amount of money.
He looks like Mr. Rogers in that picture.
He is Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, and Rattan, blah blah blah. He's
All
an
right, wait.
Indian
I'm
guy.
gonna take a stab at it. Rattan-tata. You gotta say. You gotta say it fast. You gotta say it fast. Rattan-tata. All right, and then you just gotta keep going.
I'm a Canadian, and we talk slow up here because
This name is synonymous with the wealth for many in India. Now, who can forget Ratata? Bailing out Jaguar Land Rover. His liking for exotic cars can be well gauged with the popular merger. Not only does Tata Motors now own the British automobile brand, he himself has an exotic collection of cars. He made news in 2010 when he bought a flaming red Ferrari California. He was one of the first people in the country to get his hands on the luxury sports car.
Nice. Well, there you go, man. You got to look good. That he probably drives around in his cars, not like these other idiots. I mean, guys, girls. All right, Marky Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
He's a believer in modest living. He is.
Look at the, I don't know if you zoomed in a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, but if you're on like a desktop browser with a big monitor, Zuckerberg has like what are those? The canine teeth? What are they called?
Yeah.
He has the very sharp, like vampire-like teeth. Like he could probably like crack human bone with those things.
Well, I read he is an alien, so you got to take that into consideration.
So he's part canine, maybe part android. I don't know.
I'm sure he is.
I have to do a further assessment down the road.
Now remember, this is all for recreational use. All this information.
Sure.
It's for entertainment use. He drives around in a Volkswagen Golf, or whatever they call them. But his biggest investment when it comes to cars has been a Pangini, I can't even.
Wara?
Yeah.
Pangini Wara? I don't know.
I don't really even care.
Maybe somebody out there can help us.
Anyway, the car's worth $1.3 million. You have a $1.3 million car. Man, you better hide the keys. And finally, we got Mukesh Ambani. And it's an older Ambani brother.
Mukesh Ambani.
Man in India. Envious car collection, super car. The chairman of the Reliance Group is spending on traveling with Venice luxuries. Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Now she's using the car.
Wait,
that's good.
What did you just say?
I'm talking like India, and
I can't understand you. What? Oh.
That is not my problem. You must listen. I'm talking quickly now. He spotted traveling with his family in a luxurious Mercedes-Benz S-Class. It's one of the most attractive.
We're going down. We are going down.
We're dying here.
Definitely
let's
going to be
go to the
banned on
last
YouTube
thing.
for life.
Let's go to the last thing, and this is actually reasonably controversial. And we have a video, so you can cue the video. It's from CNBC.com. Here's why the ultra wealthy, like Bill Gates, are investing in farmland. Okay.
It's deeply disturbing.
It is. Now, if you can go to 350, I have a little intro, and then you can play the video. All right. You can find 350 on that.
Where is 350? All right.
It's somewhere in there. Oh, Bill Gates.
Are you ready?
At 350?
347.
Yeah. All right, fine. But I got to say something first. All right. In 2020, Gates made headlines for becoming the largest private farmland owner in the United States of America. He accumulated more than 269,000 acres of farmland across 18 states in less than a decade. His farmland grows onions, carrots, and even potatoes that are used to make McDonald's French fries. Wow. He is serving a good purpose with McDonald's French fries. Okay, 350. Roll it.
So what is he doing? Is he going to be doing in your research? Did you find whether he's going to be doing like genetic type crops?
No, it's like I say, this week's just an overview. I haven't had a chance to dig in, but I'm sure we'll find out what he's growing.
Yeah, we need to find out why he's buying up all this farmland. Nobody
we know why. It's a great investment. Farmland's gone up over 2.5 times in value, and it's always going to be valuable, and it's disappearing. It's getting paved over.
Well, I think he has other plans.
Oh, we're going to find out, won't we?
Yeah.
All right, play the video if you can.
It's on the dollar the next day.
Bill Gates
And
is
this
not
guy's
the
gonna
only
talk,
one
and then
eyeing
they're
this
gonna give us some
investment.
info.
In 2011, the top 100 largest private landowners owned about 32.7 million acres of land across the United States. Today, that number has grown to over 42.1 million acres, roughly the size of Florida and Connecticut combined. His farmland grows onions, carrots, and even potatoes that are used to make McDonald's French fries. Thomas Peterfy is the 17th largest private landowner in the U.S., owning 581,000 acres.
The reason I own lands in the Midwest is because these are agricultural lands, right? And that's where the farms are, right? I'm not farming in Boston.
If someone is really interested in acquiring a piece of land, and with farmers, once you own one parcel, you often want to own the parcels that are adjacent to it. So if you can make those purchases quietly, it might be a far more successful way to make those purchases economically.
They were not one large transaction, there were several smaller pieces, and they were usually purchased at auction.
The vast majority of the land held by the largest private landowners are forests, ranches, and farmlands, located in states west of the Mississippi River, with few exceptions like Maine and Florida.
When we think about farmland, we think about the Midwest being, the most fertile, most valuable farmland in the world. And I liken it to being the Manhattan of farmland when you look at Iowa, Illinois, those types of regions. But then when you look at California and the Pacific Northwest up in Washington and Oregon and the Mississippi Delta, those are some other major regions that you'll see a lot of that major capital playing in. And that's where the agricultural productivity is.
Today, the U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that 30% of all farmland is owned by landlords who don't farm themselves. Buyers often purchase land from farmers who have owned it for decades, many of whom are asset-rich but maybe cash-poor.
The way the market works is the land trade.
All right, I think that's good enough, or you want to do a little bit more?
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to get across. Now they're going to talk about the impact that this is having on small farms, particularly family farms. Agribusiness is basically going into hyper mode. It's always been really big. And go back to cam view if you want.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me flip it over.
So I just talking about the impact that it's had on small farms, and the tendency now for farmers to not own their land is an increasing percentage, up to 30% now, but growing exponentially due to the high cost of land, which is being driven by these people's investments because it's really hard to compete with their kind of money, and so you're finding a disenfranchisement and a more industrialization of our food sources. And the thing about farmers, especially farmers that own their land, the stewardship that they practice upon their land is quite high because it's their land and they're trying to preserve it. So my concern is that these industrial farms are just not being looked after properly, but we'll do more research on that. And I lived in Montana for quite a while. I have roots there, and Ted Turner's bought a huge tract of land there. There's other people moving in, buying really, really large. Here in British Columbia, there's some guy from Texas that has what they call a cattle company, and there's a public lake in the middle of his land, and he won't let anybody cross his private land to get to the public lake. And it actually went before the BC Supreme Court. The BC Supreme Court said, well, it's his land. So, yeah, we own a lake. The people own a lake. But you can't get to the lake. I guess you could take a helicopter there and land in the lake. So, yeah, it's rather cavalier, a lot of these purchases. There's business reasons, like that one guy sitting next to his desk. He looks like a real pro. He's buying land. He's making money. But a lot of times it's trophy type of purchases, I think. They can say, well, I've got a, 3,000 square foot bison ranch in Montana. How do you like me so far? But we're going to be going more in depth on that one. And that's all I've got this week.
Wow. All right.
That's a lot of stuff, though. I mean, we've gone from El Chapo to Panda Express Woman to the yachts is my favorite.
I could go for an egg roll right now.
I could go for one of them yachts,
Really?
But just think about it, man. Like, got the helipad. You go for a little. Got the mini submarine. You go cruise around.
What if it sinks in shark-filled waters?
You got the mini submarine, dude. You got the helicopter.
Well, you might not be able to get into a lifeboat or the submarine.
Yeah, but you got the helicopter.
You could sink fast.
I mean, if they'd had helicopters on the Titanic, who would have gotten to go on it?
They should have had a submarine on the Titanic.
Well, yeah.
That should have been in the movie.
It should have been.
So, moving on. What was it? It was, I think it was it Friday? I think it was Friday night. The House of Representatives was working late. I mean, they really are trying to show that they work hard. But I know they're probably going to be breaking for Thanksgiving probably in a couple of days. But big news, and we should. This news is unfortunately Yankee related only. There is no. I have no Canuck related information. So
we care. Sometimes we go down to your country. And we'd like it if the bridges didn't fall down. We
don't want that to happen. But we're gonna work on the Canuck side of any spending bills that they have. But the House passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. I was checking out local news here in the Northeast, and Connecticut and New York City, they're going to be getting a decent chunk in the $1 billion range. Maybe it's 10 to 20 billion, maybe more between both states for all the bridges and roads and stuff like that. But I'm going to be digging into that. I'm trying to get information off the Library of Congress through their API.
Yeah.
So I'll see what I can dig up because it's hard to get that.
That'd be some good. Yeah, that'd be good reading. I don't think it'd take you that long.
It's put you right to sleep. Oh yeah.
3,000 pages of legalese. Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Go ahead. Finish up.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the money. And from my experience or observation, I should say, governments are not that good with money. I mean,
that's what I heard.
I mean, I know that here in British Columbia and Canada, we have a number of times when the government decides that they're going to run the business instead of private organizations. And it's almost always somewhat of a disaster. So that's my observation. Remember, this is all for recreational use only, Well,
let me run through. I have a few articles. I just found 3 articles related to the crypto tax legislation. But I'm going to start off with a basic overview from everybody's favorite mainstream financial site, CNBC.com. The House passed more than $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. I don't think they really know the exact figure because they kind of rush this stuff, and it's probably over 1,000 pages, between 1,000 and 1,500 pages in PDF format. I'm going to see if I can find it. The legislation would put $550 billion in new funding into transportation, broadband, and utilities. The bill passed after a last-minute scramble to reach a consensus between progressive and centrists on how to pass the infrastructure package and a larger democratic social spending plan. Now, the U.S. federal government's debt is at $28 trillion. From what there's a range. I think It's going
I
to
thought my
cost
debt was bad. I owe Visa a bit of money, but how much money do you guys owe?
$28 trillion and rising rapidly. And if interest rates go up, it'll rise even faster exponentially.
Who do they owe all that money to, may I ask?
Japan and China have bought up a lot of treasuries.
Just not
A
good.
couple other countries.
Oh, yeah, bonds, berry bonds. Okay, go on. Sorry.
But say, when you have a infrastructure plan or a spending bill, you're supposed to pay for it. But from what I've heard, it's going to cost around 350 billion. So they didn't do a very good job. So if it gets to the Senate, hopefully they spend some more time and figure out how to pay for the damn thing. So
for the big one. Are you talking about the big one? Like the little one's done, right? They did the little one to get the little one.
They did one. They did another. They did $1 trillion one like August, September, and from what I heard, that passed the Senate, but it was still in limbo. I don't think it was.
I heard it just got passed. The little one got passed. I heard. Yeah.
Well, it was $1 trillion. So this one's 1.2 trillion. So that's 2.2 trillion. Right?
I'm not going to get any of it. That's all I know.
I'll figure it out.
You figure it out.
I'll try, but
I'll try. Read the god darn law. What else do you got? Crypto. Is crypto going up, down, sideways? Or is it outlawed? Is it inlawed?
Let's hold on. I just want to bills together, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm just going to move to the crypto stuff. A lot of rumors. I mean, a lot of, it's all about clickbait or whatever. A lot of fear-mongering that they were going to completely shut down crypto and everybody was going to be arrested. Like, even development, what I do, I'm working on a crypto wallet, so, I would have been cuffed and stuff, but I don't think it's that bad. So let's dig into it. This is from news.bitcoin.com. Crypto advocates criticize amended broker definition, tax code 6050I. Congress has passed the Biden administration's bill aimed at improving infrastructure, fighting climate change, and bolstering social services. The $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which also expands the definition of a broker, awaits U.S. President Joe Biden's signature after passing with a vote of 228 over 206 on Friday.
Yep.
The passing followed weeks of delays, blah, 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 blah. I want to get into this broker thing. Are they making it so that you have to be a broker in order to trade crypto? That would be pretty severe, but let's see. We slimmed down to 1.7. Biden celebrated Congress passing the bill and said with a smile, finally, infrastructure week. Pre-K, blah, blah, blah. Ask him to say around. Broad definition of a broker. Okay, here we go. So from what I've heard, like with the XRP case with Ripple and the SEC, Gary Gensler and his crew kind of have been insinuating that you have to be a broker to buy XRP, and they've frozen common investors out from buying XRP. It's been like that for, I think, at least a year now. So let's see if this is that's what they're talking about. But now, while adding another $1 trillion to the mountain of debt the U.S. already owns, it's unfavorable. Most crypto proponents are more concerned about the cryptocurrency tax provision. Senators who helped frame the bill slipped in a provision change that says organizations that deal in trading digital assets are considered brokers. In fact, digital currency proponents are worried that the definition of a broker is extremely broad, and crypto advocates think that alongside exchanges, software engineers, and miners could also be targeted. So basically me, because I'm doing all those things.
Yeah, I think, that fits into the theme of the show. I mean, we're talking about money and government spending lots of money and crypto's money of a sort. So, I can.
So the way the bill is written, the main concern is the reporting requirement to the Internal Revenue Service would force all brokers to file 1099 forms and declarations. Additionally, there's a concern about the amendment to tax code section 6050I, which essentially requires individuals and businesses that have received $10K in cash or a bank wire to file the IRS Form 8300. The form mandates businesses and individuals to follow Know Your Customer procedures and to record the sender's name, address, and social security number. Detailed information on the reasoning behind the fund must also be accounted for in Form 8300. Now, if you have to do this, if you have to do this whenever you're mining, it's very complex and it happens a lot. I mean, it's they're gonna have to do it. It's gonna have to be manageable. And every time you trade, if you're swapping between cryptos, say from Bitcoin to Ethereum, or if you're going to fiat, which you're definitely gonna have tax implications. But right now, if you swap between, I don't believe there's no tax right now for that. So I don't know. This is like an accounting nightmare, and they're gonna have to do it in a way where it's manageable. But,
yeah, I know. Canada's dealing with that too with the CRA. They're bringing in
and this is why I think why they'll hopefully they'll review this again and fix it up so that it's not over-regulated to the point where it stifles innovation and stifles the growth of crypto. Crypto market hits 2.8 trillion. Okay.
Now you're talking.
So
there you go. All right, maybe they can pay off the debt with crypto. All right, that's really great. You're gonna play the Bear movie, or you got more dirt, American dirt.
Just want to spit some facts out here. Records reached by Ethereum and Solana helped push the combined market cap of all cryptos above 2.75 trillion for the first time in its history. So Solana is doing very well. It's a competitor to Ethereum. Apple is backing it. So cryptocurrencies have gone mainstream, and Microsoft has a blockchain Bitcoin identification system, online identification system that they're building. So everybody's in the game, almost everybody. Even Amazon is getting in the game, but not as aggressive as Apple and Microsoft. And others.
Facebook had their own currency too. I mean, we're going to start our own currency. We might. Why not?
We can do that. We can put something together.
It's a beautiful. The world has become an exciting and adventurous place where you can invent your own currency.
Daddy Ren says in the chat that Musk is ruining crypto. I think Musk. He's always trying to pump up crypto, and he did that with Tesla before crypto.
He pumps it down. He says he loves it. He says he doesn't.
I think it's bad for the crypto market, but
everything's bad for everything.
Whatever. All right, so we can go to the bear video.
Okay.
This is a very frightening video. If you are easily disturbed, I recommend that you do not watch this because I had nightmares. No, I had nightmares. It's not just one bear. Okay, we're talking multiple bears here.
Okay,
right?
dig it. Right. That bear. Right. Are you kidding me? That thing.
Listen to me. I eat a lot, especially at night, and if I got up and then I went into the kitchen and I saw this thing eating my chicken.
No, listen, I'm not saying you want bears in your kitchen. Like I have bears. I had a bear in my kitchen this year. Last year I would say about a 420-pound black bear trying to break in on a freezer at 3:00 in the morning on my front porch. But the bear you're going to show me, and the guy, all right, what you're supposed to do, mind you, I have a Winchester 30-30 right next to the front door, okay? But generally you don't need it. What you do is you get a big stick or a baseball bat, you go in, you yell like really loud and tell it to get out of here. And start banging on things.
That's a black bear, or it looks brown like a grizzly?
Well, that's a brown bear.
Too small. It's a brown bear, but it's not a grizzly.
Oh, definitely not a grizzly.
Brown bears are the same size as black bears?
They can get as big, and generally they don't get quite as big, but that one looks like a yearling. The one that's on the counter, I don't know. Did they show the other one too?
So a puppy or something?
But the guy gets like, oh, there's a bear in there. what am I gonna do? Like, no.
There's multiple bears. I wanted to watch it again.
Let's all watch it. All right. Okay, this is as close.
Is everyone ready? Because this is traumatic.
All right, get your kids.
Daddy Ren says, "Show the video, bitches." Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess we're procrastinating. All right. Are you ready? 3.
Well, I'm always ready.
2, 1.
Hey, where's Ditka? Ditka?
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't see no bears.
We have to. I didn't check the monitor. We have to switch over.
Yeah.
Now we have to play the video again.
I'm the bear. No, I'm too skinny.
That whole time I didn't have the monitor up. All right, so
you ever see a bear as skinny as me?
Let's do it again.
Here we go.
Let's
play it again, Sam.
Hey, where's Ditka? Ditka?
I can't. I think there's one to the right. He's chowing and plowing on that shit, man.
Where's Ditka? Ditka?
Anyway, that's it. I guess there was more than one bear, but maybe there wasn't. Maybe he was imagining other bears.
That's nothing, dude. That is like, oh, we got to do better than that next week. I'll try to get some bear footage. Actually, they didn't come down a lot this year, but they're around. Yeah, the bear that was on my porch tipping over the freezer. Whoa, dude. That thing was... Yeah, well, whatever. Thanks for that. Bear with us, people.
Wow.
And that's it then. That's all we got.
Yeah, that's it.
Darn.
And,
well, you're going to have to tune in next week when we start going in deep. We're going in deep, people, on all these wonderful characters that we're featuring this month. And, I just want to mention that, I know a few people that are reasonably rich and they're always really busy. I mean, and think about like owning a $1 billion yacht and a house with 600 servants. I mean,
it's a lot to manage.
It's a lot to take on, dude. I mean, I can understand why they just want to sit by the pool, eat scampi, and drink champagne. I can understand.
And caviar.
That. Yeah, caviar.
Jumbo shrimp.
Truffles.
Truffles.
Not the chocolate, but the real
What's
shit.
The snail? What's the snail?
Escargot. Escargot.
Yeah, some of that.
All right, well, if that's a wrap, then let's go home. I mean, I am home.
All right, but we all month, November Bash, we're going to keep the poll up for most misguided billionaire. I'm going to put the chat link in, I think, for the 3rd time today. Just in case you forgot to vote, if I can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I hope you folks learned something and tell your friends and
there you go.
Call your local billionaire and let us know what you think. And we're looking for the good. We're looking for the bad. We're looking for the ugly.
Odyssey, Rumble, rock and roll. Yeah, so the poll is up there. Billionaire Bash poll misguided. It's in the URL name.
Yep.
And you can contact us at the link I have in the chat, variant-news.com/contact.
Want to hear from you.
And we've got Rumble is the most up to date. Still have some shows from earlier in October, getting those up, and then I'm gonna sync up Odyssey also. But Rumble is the best place to go right now to get all of the past Canuck and Yankee shows. I'm gonna start working on putting up some of my shows during the week.
Nice.
We're gonna be rebroadcasting. I've been chatting with Any Word. I'm sure he's interested in the crypto news, the crypto legislation in the infrastructure bill. So we're going to be rebroadcasting at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight and 8 p.m. Monday. And, yeah, we'll be here. One or both of us, either a Yankee or a Canuck, will be around.
I have nothing better to do.
Yeah, we'll be working on the next show. So
yeah,
that's pretty much it. I don't know
Thanks
what
for
else to
tuning
say.
And tell your neighbors, save your pennies. You might someday be a billionaire too.
Indeed. All right, so we are signing off. Sayonara, and be safe. And
Peace.
See you on the next stream.
We'll be here.
Peaches, baby, don't you shake my tree. I love my woman, she making love to me. All I got is one thing down, one thing down. Don't shine, shoot.